Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Sorry, my previous live got shut off. But anyways, everybody, welcome to my channel. Welcome to our live, our Friday night live. I don't really like getting on the weekends. I feel like you guys are typically busy, but I said I'll come in, hey you guys, and just come and chat with you guys. I want to talk about what's really stopping you from launching your business, or even for those who've launched, what's really stopping you from growing your business. This is like, I'm about to just say a few things. And if you're in this category, you'll know. Anyways, hey everybody, I'm Natalie. Welcome to my channel. Welcome. Happy Friday. It is Friday evening. You guys made it through the work week. I cannot believe it's already the weekend again. These weeks be going by so fast, y'all. It is about to be August. Are y'all ready for a new month? Are you ready for the end of this year? 2019 is coming to a close. Wow. And you know what I really want for all of you who haven't started yet is to be able to say you launched your business this year. So I want to talk about what's actually stopping you from launching. And for those who've launched already, what's stopping you from growing? So, hey everybody. Welcome to my live. I've been going live a lot lately just because I really enjoy coming and talking to you guys. A few of you have seen my post on the community tab. Yes, honey, it is time for the fall. I feel like August is a great month to prepare. So I wouldn't be stressed yet. If you haven't launched yet, if you're not prepared yet for the fall and the holiday season, August is the perfect month for preparation. So just don't feel rushed. Don't feel like you're left behind. August is your month to get it together. We're going to talk about that right now. August is going to be an amazing month for all of us, those who take heed. That's what I want to talk about. What's really stopping you from starting your boutique? A lot of us, first of all, before I was about to go in, let me introduce who I am. My name is Natalie. I'm the owner of True Co Styles online clothing boutique. I'm also a business strategist, and I come on here and coach and teach people how to launch their online businesses and mainly how to monetize their message. I like to focus on boutique owners because that's my expertise, but I also have experience helping bloggers start their blogs, people start their other businesses besides a boutique. But I love coming and teaching you guys here because this is where I started 1 year ago. So yes, for those, first of all, I'll just say this now and throughout the live today. For those who are wanting to connect with me personally, you can click the link down below. I'm opening up for one-on-one coaching for the month of August. And now let's just transition into what August is all about. Are y'all ready for this? Like, this is going to be good. So I talked about this last night. If you are in my Facebook group, it is not a Facebook group to learn how to open your business. That's not what it is. It's called Soul Food for the Entrepreneur. Those who've been here for a while, you know that I like to come on and talk about my faith and how that goes along with my business. And so I have a group called Soul Food for the Entrepreneur. And if you're in that Facebook group, then last night, after I got off live here, I actually went live in the Facebook group and we talked a little bit about the upcoming season. So the Bible says for everything there's a season. So in my mind, I don't really deal with months or days and time like that, but I really operate in seasons. So like this is a season for rest, but we're moving into a season, August. And so August, for those who don't know, numbers are a really prevalent thing in my life because I used to be a math teacher, and numbers are also really big in the Bible. So I don't go on Google and search what numbers mean. I also don't ask people. I go to the Bible to see what numbers mean. And so for instance, the month of August is the number 8. And so that number means new beginnings. Think about, if you want to get technical and biblical here, God created the heavens, created everything in 7 days. On that 7th day, he rested. And that next day, the 8th day, was really the start of something new. And so either way, whatever you are getting ready to do, whether it's a business or whatever you have going on in your life, August is that month for preparation. Think about a woman who is pregnant. She has the baby on the 9th month, right? So September, that 9th month is when that new thing should be birthed. But August is a time for us to prepare, to get ready for whatever it is that we want new to be happening and be established in our lives. So Janice saying she got to get ready for her fall inventory. Yes, you do. And you can get ready in fall. For those who haven't launched their business yet, it's time to figure out now in August, what's going on and how can you actually make it happen. So today I want to talk about what's really stopping you from starting your business? What is it really? So a lot of times when we are faced with something new or something that's uncomfortable, we'll have a lot of excuses. We might let time be an excuse. We might let our family be an excuse. We might even let our jobs be an excuse as to why you haven't started your business yet. But I want you to really think, what is really the reason why you haven't started? And you may think, well, that is the reason why, because of course we've sold ourselves on these lies, and then we've tell other people those lies as well. But that's not really the real reason. So let me tell you this: the difference between someone who starts their business and the person who does not start their business, the one who actually does it, their current situation is either bad enough or just not where they want to be enough to the point where they got to get their business started. So if you're someone who you've been procrastinating, you don't really know when to start or how, or you're not really making any moves, that must mean that your current situation is not pressuring enough. Your current situation is not bad enough. You don't want to change what you're doing right now bad enough to actually start your business. For me, I toy with the idea of having a business, but I was in the middle of working my job. I was a teacher, and I loved my students. I miss them right now so extremely. It's actually like I can't even explain how much I miss them. But in that moment, it was the end of my first year teaching, and I was so stressed out, and I knew there had to be something else. So what I was currently dealing with was pressuring me enough to start something new. So I started my business. Even when I had my business launched, this is some of you right now. Even when I had my business launched, okay, my job, my second year teaching, okay, I started my business. I've been in it for about 5 or 6 months. And in my second year of teaching, the situation that I was dealing with at the time, mentally, emotionally, and physically, was pressuring enough to make me want to grow my business to a different extent. The reason why I got from there to where I am now, making a full-time income in my business, is not because it just happened one day. My current situation was bad enough, or it was pressuring me enough to want to make a change, to actually want to make moves, and it's not optional at that point. So a lot of you, the reason why you haven't started yet, and you can have a lot of different reasons, but I believe the real reason why you haven't started yet is whatever you're currently dealing with is not really all that bad enough for you, or you don't really care enough to really make a change. Because if you did, you would really do anything to make it happen. You would seek out anybody. You would be on Google day and night doing whatever you can, losing sleep. And I don't want you to be losing sleep. And I want it to be easy for you. I want it to be a peaceful journey for you. But I'm also going to be real. When we're doing something new, unless you went to school for this particular thing, I did not go to school to learn how to open a business, let alone a boutique. I had no idea. Okay. So because of that, the odds were against me. I did not have the formal education to start my business. But that doesn't mean that I sit around wishing that I did. And that also don't mean I'm gonna go back to school and waste a lot of money, not even to learn the actual steps to get it done like today. Not saying that school is bad. I have a degree, but formal education can only get you so far. It's when you're in the middle of actually building, you actually start to see progress. You actually start to see some momentum in your process. So I really want to talk about, and I want you guys to tell me in the comments as well, what do you think? Why do you think you either haven't started yet? Let's start with that. Why have you not started your business yet? That's what I want to know. I've stalled with building my website and being unsure about how much inventory to begin with. And so I want to be graceful. So I'm going to pause, make sure I'm graceful, and make sure I actually am, graceful with the answers that I give. So I'm going to address you. You said you've stalled and you stopped because you're unsure on how much inventory to begin with. So because you don't know how much inventory to start with, that's enough of a challenge for you to not start. The thing is, a lot of things, like, yes, you can either ask somebody and hope that they give you the answer. You can Google and try to find the answer, or you can invest in a coach, someone who's done it, and they will give you the answer, or you can just go out there and do it. If you really want it bad enough, you can just go out there and do it. When I was starting my boutique a year ago, I really, really wanted and really wished I had somebody who I could ask, whose videos I could watch, who I could figure out the answers from. I Googled, I was willing to pay for a coach. I could not find anybody who was doing exactly what I wanted to do. So I didn't just sit and be like, well, I guess I can't find nobody. I guess I can't find the answer. No, what I actually did was I just did it. I did the best to my ability. I prayed. I said, God, I hope what I'm doing is right. And we're going to learn trial and error. Okay, I bought way too much inventory in the beginning. And I put all that inventory on my website in the beginning. And that was a huge mistake. People who I teach now, I tell them to stagger it and to start small. I didn't do either one of those, but I know from my mistakes through my experience that that's what I should have done. And so you can either sit and do nothing and hope one day that you'll be somewhere different in your future, or you can really just start somewhere. The thing about it is you won't know until you start. You won't know until you actually get in like the mud with it. Okay. So this is like really for those who have been like procrastinating. I want you to make it a priority if you really want to. Now, if you're really just interested, you think it's a cute idea, but you're not really ready to get your hands and feet wet and dirty, then, you know, by all means, keep sitting back and watching everybody else prosper. But if you're actually ready to take that step and take that leap and have your own business to one day be able to live the life that you want to live, get started. Don't let anything hold you back. I'm talking about anything. So it's 8 different styles, too much inventory? No, I don't think there's not a such thing as too much inventory. Unless you cannot afford what you're purchasing, that's a such thing. If you buying too much, like for me, I bought way too much, more than I could even afford because I thought that I needed to. I could have saved that money and put it elsewhere. I bought 14 different clothing items. But no matter what you start with, if I started with 14, 8, 20, 1,000, none of that is too much if I can afford it. But what you want to do, even to start off, it's not too much to start off. I'm going to tell you right now. Just keep listening. Nothing's too much to start off with if you can afford it. However, you don't want to just go and put it all up on your website in the beginning. So I can start off with 8, 15, 1,000 pieces. If I can actually afford that, I can start off with that. But what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to go and put it all on my website at one time. That's too much. That's too much. You want to stagger it. You definitely want to stagger it. So if you have 8 pieces, that's fine, but don't put all 8 up on launch day. Because what you'll find is if you don't already have, no, you just don't want to do that, period. Because what you'll find, I'm not gonna tell you what you're gonna find. Let me just tell you why not. You want to give your audience something to keep coming back for. If you put everything up in the beginning, they see it, they're like, okay, that's cool. And then you add nothing else, why will they keep coming back? You need to give them a reason to come back. So have new arrivals every 2 weeks or every week, depending on how much inventory you have. But you want to basically stagger it so that you can constantly have new arrivals. So I did not do that in the beginning, and I should have, and that really cost me. And I learned from experience. So my next go around for my winter collection, December 15th, I launched my winter collection. I bought, I think, 5 clothing items. I put up 2. A week later, put up 2 more. A week later, I put up 1. And the good thing about that is if you are marketing and promoting yourself efficiently, when you put up those 2, you should be selling some, getting some money back to put into more inventory. Then you put those next 2 up, you're selling some, putting that over to get more inventory. By the time all of your things are up, you should have already went and bought more inventory if you are selling. If you're not selling anything, don't go buy new inventory. That's why you want to stagger it. Give yourself and your audience some time to process, see, shop, get paid, see you again, and then shop if they need to. Yeah. Less is more. You want to do too much and then not be able to back up what you did in the beginning. So anyways, ask yourself, I want you to ask yourself, if you need to, write it down. What is the one thing, I've said this before. Okay, let me do it like this because I've said this before and I want to say it again because it's pretty like, it made me think when I said it to y'all. So I want you to think about 2 things. Number 1, think about why do you want to start your business? Why do you want to start your business? Why? Put that idea in your head or write it down. It literally can be anything. You want to have $1 million next year. You want to quit your job in 6 months. You want to pay more bills on time. You want to have money to go on vacation next summer or for Christmas. Why do you want to start your business? You want to have, like, be real. You can also say, I want to make a bigger impact on people. That's really why you want to start your business. Cool, write that down. But why do you actually want to launch your business? So have that on the side of your mind. Have that written down somewhere. Now ask yourself, why haven't you started your business yet? Write that down. Think about that. Whatever excuse you have, no matter how big or how small it can be, your small reason can be you don't know where to start. That's a pretty small reason. when you have like resources like me, books, videos, Google. But whatever your reason why you haven't started yet, write that down. And then look at those two things, compare those two things. The only reason why, and maybe not the only reason, but you can look at it like this. This will get some fire under you. The only reason why you don't have this thing over here, what you want, more money, more income, a vacation home, a house, your car paid off. The only reason why you don't have that is because of this little thing right here. You don't know where to start. You can't figure out this. Whatever that little reason is, you don't have the time. So in my mind is, if I see that, let's say my excuse was I'm working my 9 to 5, so I don't have time to start. And that's why I haven't started yet. But the reason why I want to start is I want to make $1 million next year. So the only reason why I'm not going to make $1 million next year is because I don't have time to make $1 million next year. Oh no, honey. When I look at it like that, this little reason right here why I haven't started can go away in the trash can. Because if that's the only thing stopping me from having this right here, I'm going to get it out the way. So my goal for all of you is to really see and visualize what it is you want and understand why you haven't started yet, why you haven't started working towards that yet. Because if you just stay in your current predicament right now of whatever you got going on, everybody's different. If you just stay in your current predicament, whether that's you not having enough money, whether that's you, whatever, working this job that you hate, if you're willing to stay in this predicament, that must mean that you love where you're at, and where you want to be is not good enough, or where you want to be is not that, it's not actually that good, or you don't actually really want to get to wherever that thing is over here. When you look at it like that, you won't allow these little excuses to hold you back. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. The only reason why I was able to start my business in 3 weeks, and the only reason why within 8 months I was matching my salary, and a month later I quit my job, the only reason why is because I wanted it bad enough. And no little excuse, no little anything. If y'all could have seen me before I quit my job, you know, I even apologized to my principal last week for the way that I left my job, because I would say it wasn't even like the best case of how I quit my job. It definitely wasn't like the most professional. I will definitely say that. Those who I coached in my first School of Boutique Bosses, they know how it happened. I don't really say it here. I asked God for forgiveness, and He forgave me. And then I also just now, like yesterday, emailed my previous boss and asked her for forgiveness. But what was I about to tell y'all? Oh, y'all should have seen me before I quit my job, because I was going to get my business up and running by any means necessary. Okay. If you know what a job of a teacher is like, I was teaching my behind off and plus more. I'm not going to speak too much on that because I don't want to shade nobody, but I was teaching and then plus more, doing like double the work. And on top of that, every single night, y'all, I would be so exhausted. I came home, I allowed myself about 25 to 30 minutes to lay down on the couch, only because I had extreme back pain from being on my feet all day with the students. And I was extremely exhausted because I barely slept the night before. So I gave myself about 30 minutes to lay down on the couch to just decompress from my job. And then after that time was up, I would take a shower. In that shower, I will be praying, and I will be getting a lot of business ideas. And my career, my teacher job, is left in the shower. That might sound weird, but it was left in the shower. Okay. I came out of that shower and I went ham. By then it was 6 o'clock, from 6 p.m. till about 1 a.m. at minimum, but most times 3 a.m. Every single night, I was working on my business, packaging orders, promoting myself. I was even coaching at that time, making YouTube videos. All of this is a part of my business, and I was working on all of it. Okay, I was not waiting for time to be in my favor. What I learned, because I'm not going to lie to you, okay? I'm not going to lie to you. When I first started my business, you guys, it was summertime. It was July last year. And then I tell y'all this all the time. From August to like October, I did nothing in my business because I had the excuse of, I don't have the time. I don't really care that much. Obviously, where I'm at, not bad enough. But then it got to the point where I was like, I see everybody else succeeding, and I'm letting lack of time stop me. I'm sure the most successful person in the world didn't let time stop them. So I told myself, let me just see what can happen if I really go ham, if I really go in. A lot of you need to tell yourself, let me see what just happens if I really give it my all. Like, yes, you can feel a little discouraged. You can feel like you don't know what to do. And then you can hate your current situation bad enough. You can want more for yourself bad enough that those little excuses of the emotions that you feel, do you know our emotions are liars? Let me say it like this. Our emotions are a choice. Now, I'm not saying it's easy to dismantle and to put our emotions to the side. I'm not saying that. I understand that, feelings of depression can come on us and we can feel like we cannot shake it. Feelings of doubt can come on us and fear. And those things are very like consuming. They can if we let it. And we also have the authority and the ability to say, it is difficult. I'm not gonna lie to you because I've been there. But we have the authority to say, you know what? I'm not gonna be upset today. I'm not gonna be discouraged today. I'm not gonna be afraid today. And really, I found the only reason to overcome those feelings of doubt, discouragement, confusion, and any of that is action. You gotta work through it. Prayer, of course, I love to pray. Don't get me wrong. Prayer, I believe prayer works in any situation. But after you pray, think about this. So let's say right now, and this is things you guys would never really understand what I go through on a daily basis. Being a full-time entrepreneur is not cookies and cream, sprinkles and butterflies. It's not. Almost every day it is a struggle to get up and really get focused, especially days where it feel like, okay, where's it coming from today? But you got to really push. So anyways, let me tell you this. I can wake up and feel, sometimes we wake up and we feel kind of down. And then I can say, Lord, please change my mood today in Jesus' name. And then if I just continue to sit there and think about me feeling down, my feelings, my thoughts, nothing's going to change. I'm going to still feel the exact same way I felt before I prayed. God can grant you peace, but if you just continue to sit there and think about what you were feeling before the peace came, you're going to feel those feelings again. Or what you should do, and what I've learned to do, is get up and you got to fake it till you make it at first until you really feel it. I mean, I tell you, yesterday, you guys, I was having a really hard day for whatever reason. Something happened and like kind of just made me annoyed, or something happened and I'm not really seeing right now what I want to see. And then I say, you know what? Like, I haven't even prayed today. Let me just get up and praise God. This is what I do. And it works. So I'm telling y'all, let me just get up and praise God today. And I just got up and started worshiping God. And at first I didn't really feel like it, right? I'm a little disappointed. I'm a little discouraged. I feel those feelings. But me getting up and showing action and acting like those feelings don't exist, those feelings, we literally have the ability and the power for those feelings to go away. So if you're feeling like, if you're not starting your business because you're fearful, because you are feeling any type of emotion that is causing you to not start your business, I challenge you and I want you to just do it anyways. And when you do it anyways, those things will go away. Let me tell you why I'm telling you that. So when I first started my business, at first I was very, very fearful. If I let fear stop me, I would have never started. But what I had to do is I said, I don't want to be fearful. And immediately, it's not that fear went away. I had to really work through fear and act like it did not exist. And then it went away. I stopped feeling it when I was acting through it. And you know why I believe God? At first I was like, God, why can't you just take these feelings away? But the reason why I had to learn how to work through fear is because then when it was time for my winter collection in December, 6 months after I launched, I'm, 6 months in, but it was time for me to launch my winter collection. And guess what? I felt creep back up. Fear of it not going well. Fear of that the pieces that I picked out, my customers won't actually like. Even throughout my business, even after I had launched 6 months later, I felt fear come up again. But you know what I was able to do this time? Fear was on me a little bit. I said, but you know what? I had fear 6 months ago when I first launched my business. And I remember that I fought through it and it went away and I saw success. So I was like, you know what? Forget this. I'm just going to do it anyways and see what happens. And I put my best foot forward. I really did the best that I could. Okay. And then fear went away and then I had success. So a lot of times these feelings won't go away until we push. You got to put some action towards it. Okay. Put some action towards it and just move anyways. Because the thing is, yes, you can be fearful, but you never know what's on the other side of your action, of your obedience. A lot of you feel like, I should start a business. I should start a business. Yeah, you should. And that could be a tug from God. something that you were always meant to do. Some of you know, like I knew from when I was like pre-K that I wanted to be a teacher. That's what I was supposed to be doing my whole life, teaching. That's what God created me to do, to teach. Okay. Some of you, you were created to start a business and you feel that on you. Okay. But you're allowing fear to keep you bound and back, but you won't really know if you can do it or not until you actually do it. And you'll be surprised at the thing that you were created to do. You will have a special grace to do. I can come on here and teach to y'all for 1,000 hours a second. That don't even make no sense. Okay. Even when I can be exhausted. And I know that sometimes I feel like I need to come on here and talk to y'all. And I can be on my couch right now watching YouTube videos. I can be out. It's Friday night with my friends having a good time. But I know that somebody here needs a message. And so I know that because I was called to be a teacher, when I actually just do it, it's going to happen. God's going to support that because I'm graced to do it. It's what I was called to do. Some of you are called to do business. Some of you are called to be on YouTube as well. Some of you are called to do a lot of things. You know deep down. If you don't know, you can ask me how to know and I can help you out. But you should know deep down, what is it that you keep feeling a desire to do? Whatever that is, you probably should be doing it. And yeah, maybe you're afraid to do it because you don't really know how it's going to go. You think that you're not going to really be good enough. Okay. You think that you won't actually have success, or you might be afraid what other people might think about you. All those things might creep up and they're human, but you won't really know how successful you can be, what you actually can do. Okay, sis and bro, whoever's on here, until you actually just get going, until you do it. And you'll be so surprised and blessed when you actually put some action behind those emotions, some action on top of those emotions. Yay. Jamila, make sure you're getting emails as you're promoting. You need to be building that email list now. Now is the perfect time to build your email list because you haven't launched yet. People are going to be in anticipation. They're nosy. They're curious. They want first dibs and first looks. The perfect time to build your email list. So make sure you're working on that. I'm so fearful, but 9 to 5 money has a cap. And that's a word. Okay. Once I realized, you know what, y'all, let me be very honest with you guys. And you know what? I think I'm going to make a YouTube video about this, but y'all who are on this live, I can be honest with y'all. So as you can tell from earlier, I said that I really miss my students, you guys. I love teaching and I love teaching students like kids. And I really miss being around kids so much to the point where yesterday I was applying for part-time jobs. Now I don't want a full-time job teaching at any rate ever again in the capacity that I was doing it, just because I don't have the time for that. But I still miss being around kids. And so I was considering a part-time job just to get around kids more, because that's just really my passion. And I miss kids, being around kids so much. And then I was like, well, what if I, the enemy just creeps in. Well, what if I get a full-time job and, I can do my business on the side? It's okay. I can do it. But then I thought about what she just said. For those who have a 9 to 5, that's cool. Some people like doing what they do, and that's great. You know what I'm saying? Do you. But for me, there is a cap on how much I can make. And what really stirred me was that I have to work a certain amount of hours to be guaranteed a check in 2 weeks. I mean, I used to do it all the time. Y'all, I've had a job since I was 14 years old. But I thought about, I would have to work, and this is normal for me, but now that I'm not doing that anymore, it just seems preposterous. I would have to work for so many hours, and that's going to determine my paycheck 2 weeks from now. That is absurd to me. So now, because now, it's kind of like instant gratification. Somebody places an order with me right now, I'll get that money in a day or two. If they use PayPal, I'll get that money immediately. If they use my other credit card processing, I'll get it in 2 days or less. So I'm used to that now. You know what I'm saying? You guys, listen, you can work your 9 to 5 and also open your business. It's going to take more dedication. It's going to take more focus for you. But let me tell you, it's going to make those of you, because even me, I was on summer break. So I had a really nice little chunk of change, a little chunk of time to get my business started. But for those of you who are in your 9 to 5 right now, and I know it can seem impossible to start your business while you're so busy. Okay. But for those of you who start now while you're working your 9 to 5, you're going to be a different type of boss. Okay. It's going to make you into a different type of boss. You're going to learn so many more skills, time management, multitasking. Okay, you're gonna learn so many different skills that when one day when it becomes your only job, because it can and it will if you put in the work, and it won't take long. It took me 8 months. It won't even take you that long. You know, my thing is I pray for acceleration in all of y'all's lives who are connected to me. That's just what I do, so that y'all can do it faster and bigger than I did it. But either way, when you do get to do it as your own job, you'll have so many skills that then like you're not gonna want to just do your boutique. That was like me. I didn't want to just do my boutique. So y'all started seeing me on YouTube all the time because I'm used to multitasking. That's how you start to build multiple streams of income and an empire. Okay, so don't let those skills go to waste, and don't allow your 9 to 5 to stop you, because that's going to really be the one thing that sets you apart from everybody else who just started it off because they had the free time. You don't have the free time. Time is against you. So you'll be at an advantage. Like, let me read y'all's comments so I can see what y'all talking about. Work on my own dreams. Yes, Alexandra, you need to start working on your own dreams, honey, because your dreams, no one's going to do it for you. You have to get it on your own. Fearful of managing the financial part of the business. Let me say this. So when I coach people, if you're interested in being coached by me, you can click the link down below. But when I coach people, one of the first things I focus on is budgeting. Budgeting in a lot of different aspects. Y'all. Oh, praise the Lord. I don't know if y'all can tell when my computer starts to die, but it just got darker. Anyways, I coach on budgeting. What you want to establish before you even begin, okay, is a budget. Before you even begin, you want to establish a budget. I did not do this. And so I probably wasted a lot of money in the beginning of my business because money was coming in. It was going into my same bank account at one point. Oh, no. Number one, you need to have a business bank account, or at the very least, a separate account for your business. Whether it's a business one or not, it don't really matter. I mean, I would say do a business one just because I don't even know the difference. But all I do know is you want to have a different account for your business. That's a priority for a lot of different reasons. That's good. I'm gonna read your comments in a second. But you want to have a separate account for a lot of different reasons. It'll make it easier during tax time to report your revenue and your expenses. So that's really important. And then also just so that you're not mixing up your money and spending too much, or not, separating it. So you want to separate your finances. That's number one, from your job paycheck and your business income. Separate those. And then come up with a budget. What percent of and this is how, so when I was starting, I can cringe now. When I started my boutique, and I need to do a video about this, but I haven't done it because it's not perfect yet. And I don't want to, just make a video and steer y'all wrong. But when I first started my boutique, I was, so let's say today I made $350. Okay. And then tomorrow I made $760. Let's say I did it like that, right? What I used to do was I would say of every single purchase, I'll take this percent and put it there. So this percent will go to my household. This percent will go to advertising. This percent will go to inventory. And I was doing it from every transaction that I made. But that got really tricky really fast. I kept forgetting, well, did I take a percent of this one yet? Did I take a percent of that one yet? It was very confusing. So my mom kind of helped me. She's a business owner as well. And what she kind of helped me and coached me through was how to get my finances together. And so something that I did, now I am someone who, you can do the envelope system. That might be very helpful. I like to do everything online. As a matter of fact, my main bank is only online. I don't really say who the bank is, but it's an only online bank. And so with that bank, I'm able to open multiple different checking and savings accounts. So I'm not saying this is what you should do, but this is just what I did. I opened multiple checking and savings account within my personal business account, or my personal bank account. I did this after I quit my job. So my personal account was not really a place where I had other income coming into. It was a place for me to just separate my finances. So for you, it may look totally different, but let's just stay with me. This is just what I did. Hopefully this is not confusing for y'all. So let's say I get paid from YouTube tomorrow, and that goes into my business account. Okay, I get 3 orders today, and that goes into my business account. I get a coaching client, that goes into my business account. Everything that goes into my business account right here, okay, I immediately transferred every single penny. I immediately transferred over into a separate account, and it's titled Paycheck. So I have a separate account titled paycheck. Anything I make goes into that paycheck account. Okay. And then every 2 weeks, I would pay myself. So every 2 weeks, I would go into that paycheck category and pay myself. Meaning I would, and that's where my budget comes in. 10% goes to tithes, 15% goes to me, personal. 30% goes to my household. 25% goes back into my business. Whatever your actual percents are, I would have that paycheck account every 2 weeks and pay those different percentages out that way. So what I would suggest you do is figure out a system that works for you and figure out a budget that works for you. What percent goes where? There's no right or wrong. It's up to you and your personal needs. If you really, if your goal is to build up your inventory, then give a lot of your percent every 2 weeks or of every purchase to your inventory. For me, at one point, my goal was savings. So like 30+% was going to a savings account because I really wanted to save a lot of money. And then at one point, it was like, I need to pay my bills. So a really big percent was going to my bills. You know, for a different season, I had a different budget. A budget is not going to be perfect the first time. You got to maneuver it until you get it to what you like. So this is pretty random, but somebody says she's struggling with the financial part of it. Just really take some time to think about, you know, what's important for you and just make percentages. You know, every the full percent is 100% and everything can come out of there. So, you know, itemize it that way. Okay, hopefully that's helpful. Anyways, back up to y'all's questions. What are y'all saying? Natalia says, I work on mine at work. Get on your phone and make them moves. That is true because it's very easy to let like your everyday tasks. You know, I said this last night on live. When you're starting a business, you're literally creating something from nothing. So for a long time, it'll look like nothing's happening. Although behind the scenes, everything's happening, it'll look like nothing's happening. That's a lot of times how God works in our lives. For us who are struggling with having faith in God, it'll look like nothing's happening, but behind the scenes, up in heaven and everywhere else, there's a lot of things happening. So with our businesses, you know, it can look as if nothing's happening, but really a lot of things are happening. So it's easy to get discouraged and like quit because when you look at it, well, nothing really happened yet anyways. So it's easy to quit and get discouraged. So what you really have to do, like Natalia said, do what you got to do, whatever that is. So whether you're at work and you constantly are writing down notes or constantly adding things to your note section, whatever you got to do so that you stay motivated and your goal, your eye is on the prize, whatever you have to do, make it happen. So I don't have much downtime, but I do think about it a lot during the day. Write down goals I want to accomplish that night for my business. That's a great thing to do. Okay. Jaleesa, I'm about to pop you. If I could pop you, I will. That's how I talk to my students, my actual students, and she's my actual student too. I'm about to pop you. You've been lazy because, and you already know how I ain't even gonna say too much and embarrass myself, but you already know when you should have started that business. You already know. So I'm gonna need you to get with it. I'm gonna need you to get with it. Yay! Congratulations on your LLC. That is amazing. What do you mean by compliance? What does that mean? Oh. First of all, let the Instagram social media be last. Okay, that is not one of the steps in legally starting your business. Let social media be last on the list. There is a specific order to do things. I teach that in my coaching. Also, though, what I would do for you, what I would do if I were you, is I would get my boutique business guide because I go through all the legal steps. But a lot of people do it in different orders. I won't say there's a wrong or right way, but before you get your LLC, everything else needs to be done. What? Child, please. Sorry, y'all. Anyways. But what do you mean by compliance? But anyway, so what's stopping you from starting your business? What is stopping you? Y'all are watching me on a Friday night. So I know y'all got some time. I know y'all got some time on y'all hands. Y'all watching me on a Friday night instead of being out and about. So that's the first thing that you're doing correctly. I'm not saying that you have to watch me, but the fact that you're sitting here getting this information right now, that's step number one. Great. You know what I just had an idea to do? So when I was in college, we would have like designated study times. And in those study times, it would just be a designated time that we said that we would have to study. And everybody would meet together and be off in our own little corner studying and minding our business. But the fact that we had a designated time and space, we got things done. Some of y'all need that. Some of y'all need somebody to be like, hey, what are you doing? I'm about to have like business days or business time where I just come on here and let my music play. And that be y'all time to work on y'all business. Because y'all here watching me right now, y'all could be working on your business right this second. What are y'all doing? Some of y'all, I see some of y'all getting off. Yeah, get to it. What are y'all doing? What state does your business operate from? I'm in Texas, so is my business. Yeah, I can help you out with legally starting your business. The only 3 things that you need to start your business legally is an LLC, if you want to be an LLC. Okay. Seller's permit and an EIN number. And you don't even need an EIN number if you don't want to have an LLC. Listen, the reason why I don't go in depth with y'all right now is because it depends on your needs. You know, there's 2 different things that I would recommend looking into: an LLC and a sole proprietorship. Those 2 things are completely different, and it just depends on your needs, okay? And it depends on what your goals are. Okay. So you need to get your seller's permit next. I'm launching in October. I've already cleared my legal stuff for my business, like getting my LLC. Plus, I bought 2.8 of inventory. I'm making small tips. That's what you got to do. Listen, that's what I advise. Do what you can. And I love people who buy their inventory in steps because, listen, whenever you get that payday, instead of going and whatever you want to do on payday that you want to do, whatever you want to buy, put that money aside for your business. There should never be an excuse. If you have a business, if you have a 9-to-5 job, there should not be an excuse of not having enough money, no matter how much little money you have. Even if you save $1 every paycheck, eventually you'll have enough money. Even if you save a penny, okay? I don't know if you mean a, you got to give me more specifics. Like an LLC, my registered agent. There's a lot of different things that could possibly be. How to become a student. If you want to receive one-on-one coaching with me, I am taking a few more people for the month of August. It is filling up quickly, but the link to work with me one-on-one is in the description of this video. I'm not taking any more. So the person I was talking about earlier, Jaleesa, she was one of my School of Boutique Bosses students. The School of Boutique Bosses was open and it's now closed. I told y'all when it was open, and I told y'all I wasn't gonna be open soon for long, but I guess sometimes either y'all don't see it or think that I'm just making up stuff. So that's now closed because we're now on week 3. They are halfway through their course, and I'm so excited for all of them who are in right now. If you want to work with me one-on-one and get coaching on starting your business, you can click the link right here, and I have 2 programs available, and it's so amazing. For those who've already reached out to me, I'm still responding back to people who reached out to me today. I will get back to you this evening. But for those who reached out to me, they already know what the 2 programs are. One of them is for the aspiring entrepreneur or the aspiring boutique owner who has not launched yet. We'll work together one-on-one. And another one is for the boutique owner who needs assistance. And I'll be helping them strengthen, expand, and grow their online business. Okay. Those power hours do work. Let's do it. Listen, okay? Don't be looking like, what's going on here? When I get on one day and it just be music playing and I'll be like, okay, y'all, get to work. Yeah. My website is down right now. I'm accepting DM orders. I'm still not seeing any interaction because your website is down. I'm not saying that's the reason why you're not seeing any interaction, because there could be, well, we already talked about this honestly with you, but there could be a lot of different reasons why you're not getting any sales. But I know for a fact, if your website is down, that is definitely not going to help with sales. People don't really want to talk that much. They want to be able to go, see how much something costs, put in their information, purchase it, be about their merry way, or say, I'm not interested. But to DM somebody is putting too much power in your hands, and the customer wants the power. The customer wants to be able to decide if they want it or not. They want to decide if they can put in a coupon or not. They don't want to talk to the owner and, you know, feel bad because they don't want to purchase anymore. So you definitely want to get your website up and running. Isn't it that people, oh, I already answered that. Yeah, I don't really know. Suel, is that your name? If you give me more information, I can maybe answer more. Compliance, I don't know. I can answer more. Anyways, hope this was helpful for y'all. If y'all are just coming on, make sure you watch the replay. I was going in earlier talking about the reason why you haven't launched your boutique yet. And I posed it as a question, but then I came back with the real reason. So got your first style in today. Woo! Why are you worried about picking inventory? If you know your target audience, you pick with them in mind, not with what you like, because you're not going to be buying your inventory, but what your target audience like. This is why I tell you guys, or people that I coach, the beginning to your marketing problems is branding. Branding is a big word that a lot of us take, I don't know, we think it means color scheme and all that stuff. That could go into branding, but your branding is your target audience, your brand story. Who are you supposed to be targeting to? That makes a world of difference, I'm telling you. And because as a boutique owner, you're not buying, okay, imagine this. Imagine if Forever 21, the owner is an old white man. Now, in most cases, if that's the owner, he's not buying what he wants to put into Forever 21. He has his target audience, the Forever 21-year-old, in his mind when he's purchasing items for the store. Just keep that in mind. Thanks, girl. I'll watch the stuff I missed later. I'm glad I got to ask some questions. It's off work. I'm glad too. You definitely can. You definitely can if you want to do collection. That can be a good way to that could be a good way to market, an easy way to market, and an exciting way to promote for your audience with collections. So when I launched, I didn't do collections, but then I ended up doing it unintentionally. So when I first launched, everything I bought was summer. And then to make it more like I told you guys, I had some downtime in my business where I wasn't really doing what I wanted to do. So I wanted to come back with a bang and kind of like relaunch. So I brought the winter collection. And people are like, oh, a winter collection. And that's an easy way to make campaigns. I was like, Truco Styles is going cold. I had like a cute campaign on my website, and it just makes it more interesting and easier to market. You can do a lot of giveaways, a lot of discount, a lot of just email marketing around collections and campaigns. That's a smart way to market. So that can be a good idea. But you don't have to do collections. That's a good idea. It sounds exclusive. Exactly. Yes, it just makes it more legit. Like, oh, what she got going on? Let me see. That's a great way to get people involved in your email list. It was Christmas time, I did my winter. Y'all, this is what I did. Let me tell y'all how I did my winter collection. And maybe this can help you guys for the upcoming holiday season or even as you guys are launching. So when it was time for me to do the winter collection, it was going to be December 15th. And so I think I did like 10 days of Christmas or 15 days of Christmas with Truco Styles, something like that. And it started in the beginning of December, whatever the time ends up being. And what I ended up doing was every single day I released something only to my email list. So I let my Instagram know, hey, just so you know, doing Truco Styles 15 days of Christmas with my business, but only exclusively for my email list. So join my email list here. That's how I got my email list really big in the beginning. And then every single day was something new. So I had bought a few different pieces for my winter collection, but what I did was I ended up releasing it to my email list first. So day one of Christmas, this new exclusive item, I might have shown like a dress and gave them a special coupon code. And they had access to shop for that dress before my regular, like everybody else got to. So it gave my email list some exclusivity, which they really enjoyed. From the look of their sales, they really enjoyed it, and it just made it really interesting and fun. And what that did was it allowed me to email them back to back to back to back, but because there was a theme behind it, they were opening every email. Now, what you don't want to happen is you email your audience back to back to back to back, and they get tired of seeing your emails, and then you'll stop getting high conversions through your emails. That has happened to me as well. So you just got to come back with a bang. But that Christmas time, with Truco Styles, I just every single day, I was like, day one of Christmas, and I always said I would give them a special gift. And a gift could be one day, you can do simple stuff. One day I did a random giveaway and gave somebody random. I put everybody on my email list in a random name generator, and I picked somebody. It ended up being my friend from college, but I gave somebody random a Starbucks gift card. It was like $10, but that's that's nice for Starbucks. That's like one or two drinks, right? Depending on what you buy from there, and it just makes it interesting. It gets people involved. So that was a good idea. Y'all should try that out in your business. I saw a lot of sales, a lot of engagement in that as well. How often do you think email should be sent out? How much is too often? I think you can send an email. It really doesn't, well, it just depends on what you're including in the email and what the email is about. If it's just going to be a regular update, well, let's just say at any rate, you can do at least once a week. You can do at least once a week. If you're trying to get consistent sales, you can do it once a week, even every other week, but less than that is going to be too little. Too often, you don't want to do every day, but even a couple times a week is okay, because it just depends on what you're putting in the email, whether it's going to be a discount, new arrival, new collection, new promotion, whatever. It depends in that sense. Okay, y'all, everybody who's, signing up for one-on-one consultations, people who are DMing me, people who are reaching out to me on Facebook. Hopefully y'all see that I'm on live right now, and I will respond to y'all when I get off, I promise. Again, just because people are doing it right now as well. If you're someone who you want to work with me one-on-one to launch either your boutique or increase, visibility and sales and the expansion of your boutique, I'm doing one-on-one coaching for the month of August. And here's the link if you are interested in connecting with me one-on-one. All right. Any other questions, y'all? This was a great live. I love coming on here. Oh, so I have a new video coming up. So today I finally pulled out my handy dandy camera. If you saw my last video when I was in Vegas, I was recording on my phone, and that video was a hot mess to record. My audio messes up on my phone a lot, so it took a lot of editing. But anyways, today I recorded a new video of going on vacation in your business, how to go on vacation in your business. And I give 3 tips on what to do when you're going on vacation and you own a online business. So that should be really helpful. It shouldn't be difficult to edit and put up. I was going to edit and put it up today, but I decided to get on live instead. So sorry, y'all. You should be getting it probably soon. If not today, then sometime this weekend you'll see it. Probably Sunday. So I'm excited about that video. I have so many video ideas. Some other videos I'm going to be doing is my morning routine as a full-time entrepreneur. For those who want to see how I get my day started and how I'm able to, get in the mood for sales and stuff like that. I also will be doing, oh, that's all I have for right now. I had another video idea, but I can't really remember right now. I don't remember right now. Oh, somebody wanted me to do a video on the apps I use on Shopify. I'll do that video as well. I'm also going to make a video on Shopify versus Squarespace. Anything else y'all want to see, y'all can let me know now in the comments, and I'll add it to my list. How often do y'all want to see new videos from me? That's the question. Or do y'all don't really care? Whenever it happens, it happens. Versus Squarespace. Versus. My phone don't want to do versus. Okay, Squarespace. And then every day. Like lives, or you want everyday sit down videos, or either one? What do y'all prefer? Sit down videos or lives, or both? Either way, I'll be talking about everything. At least twice a week. Good to know. I'm writing this down. Even every day. It was 1 week of my life that I put a video up every day, and that was the hardest thing of my entire life. Not the hardest thing, but I don't see how people do that. Both great. On my lives, y'all just get them, every day at this point. But the sit down videos, or the regular videos, vlogs or whatever, I'll try to do twice a week. I'm trying to pick between Squarespace and Shopify. Okay, I'm going to do that video because I've used both extensively. And which one do I prefer? That's a good question. They both do different things. So if you're just asking me from a boutique standpoint and only a boutique standpoint, I prefer Shopify. I loved Squarespace though, because I could do so much through Squarespace. Like scheduling, consultations, classes, resources, and my boutique. Blogs. I want to bring back blogs, and I'm sure you can do all of that too through Shopify. I just can't figure it out because you have to download apps for everything. So as a boutique owner, Shopify, I think, is best if you know what apps to download, because I will say that everything is not readily accessible for you on Shopify. Not everything that I think that you need, but there's apps for everything that you need. That's why I'm going to make a video on the apps to download. You have both Shopify and Squarespace. Well, that's fine. It's just like a lot of money that you're spending on those. So I'm not sure about that. Oh. Oh. You guys, I love working with you guys and coaching you guys and teaching you guys. I like doing it here as well, but those who I get to do it with personally, it is amazing. Okay, what were we talking about? You guys, I have this amazing, amazing community, exclusive community of current boutique owners. Are any of y'all in here right now who are in Fearless Boss 101? Are any of my fearless bosses in here right now? You guys, I have an amazing community of current boutique owners. It is really amazing. I'm not taking anybody else in it right now. It is closed. Like I told y'all, it would be closed this week, but we went live yesterday. We just went in on branding, and I was doing some website audits. I was helping people with their websites and pictures, and it's really been an amazing experience. I love coaching you guys. It stretches me. Okay, any other questions before I go? Nervous at first for what? Launching your business? All of my one-on-ones are online, but I use the Zoom app, which is a video messaging app, and we do it through Zoom, whether you're close or far. I have students who are in Houston now, and we still meet online. I've only ever, my very, 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 very first coaching client months ago, I was still teaching, and it was like months ago. Me and her met face to face. She's in Houston, but I realized it was just inconvenient for my schedule to have to go and drive and blah, blah, blah. I can just do it from my home. I'm just going to do it from my home. And I also recognize it might not be the safest thing to meet people in person. She was great. She is still great. I need to email her back. She is great, but I won't do that again. Now I will be having, mark my words, and now if you're in the Soul Food, y'all have so many different communities, but if you're in Soul Food for the Entrepreneur, I can guarantee you, and it'll be open for everybody, but I do one day will be having like in-person workshops soon. I will be doing in-person workshops, but I have to see if the demand is enough. I have to see where everybody is located before I actually do it. Yes, you got to have faith and put in the work, honey. Those two things, y'all know the scripture says faith without works is dead. Okay? You got to have faith and put in the work. I learned the hard way for those of us who are super like spiritual. I learned the hard way that I can't just sit and have faith and squeeze my eyes and then hope that when I open my eyes, everything is different. We got to put in the work too. We got to put in the work as well. I'm not saying that you have to work in your own strength and you have to work in your own, like what only by yourself, because that won't really get you that much anywhere. What am I saying? That won't get you anywhere either. I think that we should work in conjunction with the Holy Spirit, but you got to put in some work. Okay. Anyways, we're coming up to the 1 hour mark. If y'all don't have any other questions, I'm going to let you guys go and enjoy your Sunday. Not Sunday. I'm talking about Sunday because I'm over here about to preach. I'm going to let you guys enjoy your Friday evening. Going to Magic by myself for the first time this August, launching this August too. Nervous and excited. You're gonna have so much fun. Okay, so much fun. It may be nerve-wracking, but it's also gonna be good. I've been thinking about going to Magic. And I'll let you guys know if I decide to go so that I can meet up with some of y'all. But yeah. Sharing the Facebook name again. It's Soul Food for the Entrepreneur. It is a faith-based entrepreneurship Facebook group for you to grow in your business and in your faith. Right now, y'all need to join. Let me not even be passive. Y'all need to join right now, okay? Because let me tell you why you need to join. We're doing something right now called the Prayer Clock Challenge. I talked about the Prayer Clock. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? I talked about the prayer clock here on my channel, and we're doing it for this next week. So we're already right now on day 2, doing it leading all the way up until August, because we're going to be seeing great things happen in our lives on August. And so I already talked about what the prayer clock is. If you're interested in joining the challenge and that Facebook group, here's the link. You can go join. I will be approving those who, I'll look and see who you are first to make sure it's not somebody crazy. I'll be using discernment, okay? But with that, if you want to join, you definitely should, because I know my 6 o'clock every day, when it's 6 o'clock right now, y'all need to go. But my 6 p.m. every day is praying for relationships. So basically we put a couple different topics and attached it to a time. You can see more about it in the group. But anyways, I'm praying for all of those people in the group because my goal is that anybody attached to me will be winning, will be seeing success, and will be completely transformational. All right, that person had to go. Anyways, y'all, trying to not be distracted by what they were talking about. But anyway, do you have any last questions before I go? If you're interested, join the Facebook group. It'll be amazing, life-changing, great, and all those great things. If you guys have any last questions, I will answer them now. And if not, we can go. Last questions, y'all? Yeah, I see y'all joining the Facebook group right now. I'm gonna go add y'all in. As soon as y'all get in there, I'm gonna make sure yay, I'll be back soon. Make sure when you go in there that you guys watch the live that I did yesterday. I'll make sure to tag it so that you guys are able to easily see it. Okay, I am approving all of y'all. All right. Well, if you don't have anything else, I'm going to go. Again, if you're interested in partnering with me and coaching and receiving assistance and building your boutique, growing it, marketing it, launching it, and guaranteeing sales, then click the link down below in my description to sign up for one-on-one coaching. And just taking a handful of people for the month of August who want to be coached. And I'm super excited for everybody who is attached to me. Even those of you who just watch my videos, I declare that you will be immensely blessed. All right, I'm going to go. Enjoy your evening, and I will see you guys soon. My next video will be up on Sunday, so make sure you guys watch, and I may be back tomorrow for a live. We'll see. All right, bye, y'all.